Hey guys, what's going on? I want to make a quick video response to a video response to a video. Pretty much Jdavis882, and I guess it's pronounced xiuxiu1313. They're having a very good discussion about the strength, geometry, and just ideas behind frame locks and liner locks. So I greatly encourage anybody watching this to go watch these two videos. J. Davis has two of them up. Xiuxiu has one in the middle. Very intelligent guys talking some really cool ideas and discussing some really great things about lockup. So my response to them is I love everything they're saying. First of all, I think they're very intelligent guys talking about stuff that they know. So I have great respect for both of them. Very good channels as well. So my only point that I want to throw in there, because I really feel like both these guys know more than me. My only point I want to throw in there is let's assume we have a frame lock and we have a liner lock. Okay, I actually should have drawn this a little to the angle, just like a frame lock. So let's pretend these are both locking up, locking a blade. Obviously, this angle is a little over-exaggerated, but you guys get the idea. So they're debating what would fail first, what's stronger, what's the points of weakness. And like I said before, I pretty much agree with most of the things that they're saying, even though that some of the things are different. However, so this is my take on it. J. Davis is saying that the frame lock is going to fail at its weakest point. And I completely agree with that. His name's Carter. I'm just going to call him Carter. Carter is saying that just like anywhere, if you bend something like that, putting equal pressure on each side, it's going to snap in the middle. I'm not going to say what they say too much. You guys should really watch their videos because I don't want to mix up anybody's words. But I guess this is more for, when you're done watching their videos. So for John Carter, I guess this is mostly for you guys right now until the other viewers have watched both your videos. John, pretty much you're saying that it's going to snap at this weakest point, and it's going to be the same. It's going to have equal strength or resilience as a liner lock of equal strength, okay? So let's just say this thickness and this thickness are equal size. If you put downward pressure from a knife, from a blade wanting to close, if you put downward pressure, since these are bent, like you said, this has a weak point, this has a stress point, but they both kind of have stress points since they're both going off in that direction. It's going to pretend like you're putting forces on the knife going, I would assume, like that. It's going to be similar to putting equal pressure forces on both sides. Let's just assume equal pressure on the top and bottom, just for argument's sake. Now, it really doesn't matter whether you think the pressure is going to be coming on this way or going out that way. It doesn't matter for this illustration, argument, whatever you want to call it, for my point. So let's just say the middle. I didn't draw this perfectly to scale, so bear with me, guys. Let's say this is the middle of each blade, or of each lock bar. Here. Okay? That's the middle. I know it's not, because I didn't draw it properly, but let's just say that's the middle, okay? If you bend this, originally, well, let's just say if you bend this, it wants to put the most pressure on this point. Right here, you're going to have the most force in that area. However, it's obviously going to put stress and pressure on all areas of that lock bar. It's just going to be the further out you go, the less the pressure. Like so. And you're absolutely right. It's not going to break. If this is where most of the pressure is, it's not going to break up here. But if I do the same thing down here, Okay, you can see where, so my idea is, since the max pressure is here, that's the focal point of where the pressure's initially being acted, or, where, that's where the pressure's originating. That's the max point of pressure. Since it's gonna get lesser, this frame lock design will tolerate pressure and resistance up until the, let's just say, ambient pressure overcomes this right here. Just what you said, just what you demonstrated in your video, actually. Right here is going to be the point of failure, just like you demonstrate in your video. That was actually a really good idea. But so if you do it here, so if you go to this liner lock, here's a point of failure. Let's just say that's where it's bending over like this as well. If even if you say there's no stress in this, let's say it's just a straight bar. I believe that if you put the same pressure on this as you put on here, it's going to break here before it breaks here. I believe. That's my idea. That's my conceptual idea. Obviously, I don't have anything to prove it. Like you said, we're all just talking theory and ideas. But because this is the center, this is where the center amount of pressure is, and this is the same size as this cutout, but this cutout is not getting the center focused maximum amount of pressure. This part is. So by having the lock bar cutout lower on the lock bar, you're minimizing the pressure from the center focal point. And this will break, or this will give or fail when the ambient pressure overcomes it, which means you have to put more pressure on the focal point to create more pressure on the ambient points or throughout the frame. Whereas, since this doesn't have a cutout, but this is equal thickness to this, it's just like if you're putting max pressure here, which you're not on this, but you are on that. So that's my idea of why I believe a frame lock with a cutout of equal size to a liner lock will hold out longer or fail under more pressure. Or we'll be able to take more pressure without failing than a liner lock. And this is assuming that, like I said before, this cutout and this liner lock are equal size, strength, good, the same materials, all that stuff. All right, I rambled on a little bit, but I really don't feel like making this video again. So, John, Carter, awesome video, guys. Keep it going. I loved watching your videos talking about this subject. And any and everybody else that's watching this, definitely go back and watch their videos to it. John Davis put up the first video about frame locks and liner locks. Carter responded to it, and John put another one up, and now I'm going to throw this up. I think it's a really great series of videos to watch, very educational. And they're two channels. They're guys without, unbiased, just talking about ideas. It's good stuff. So thank you guys for putting that up. And, that's my ideas. If you guys have any questions, comments, or if I was unclear about anything, just let me know. Okay? Just end the video, sum it up. I believe at the cutout of the frame lock and the liner lock being equal size, equal strength, same materials, I believe the liner lock will give first because the frame lock's thinnest point is not the center of pressure. This is the focal point of pressure, and there's less pressure exerted down here than right here. You guys get it. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a good one. And thanks for making these videos again, guys. They're really good.